Okay, team, so we're at part two of our series, of Valentin's series, Coaching Philosophy and Principles. Again, big thank you to Austin for having us at his gym, Wall Athletics. He's the man. Wrestling Mindset. We're happy to bring this to you. So today, what Valentin's going to go over is he's going to talk about the 2-on-1, the Russian series, more the principles behind it and the philosophies behind it, as well as also the importance of games. Now, a lot of times when we hear games, or when I think about it, I think dodgeball, volleyball, basketball, things like that. But internationally, it's not just like that for games. Games are very structured, and they're meant to teach tactics and technique together. One of the major struggles with coaching is that technique and tactics, it's hard to teach them together. Well, games, they've done research around the world in wrestling that this actually is how you teach them together. And it's very specific to wrestling, and the learning curve is extremely high. People learn very fast with these games, and Valentin will explain it far better than I do, but I just want you to know just how important this is. There's research that shows this is what helps kids excel very fast and teaches technique and tactics at the same time. But better you hear from him than me. Coach Valentin Clinic, give him a hand.
It's good? Okay guys, so today is the second clinic, and I choose to talk about games and about some wrestling position. Today it's turn. So games, Julie said games very important, very helpful, especially for kids. Kids wins game anyway. But any kid, since he's started to understand a little bit the non-playing games and all these games. Now, when I start thinking about series about games, actually, it's funny because again we start talking about the solid system, this system. When I was in sports university, I used to go after classes, before practice, I had like 3 hours, and I would go to library and study like physiology, library, it's a lot of books, sports physiology and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden I find some books about USA system, and not necessarily the sports system, but just generally talking about how in USA teaching or training people through games, not necessarily wrestlers, even like a big corporations or whatever, they did kind of like a role games, like you're the manager, you this, you this. So we're talking about teaching by games since the kids or people like 50, 60 years old doing games, but different type of games. And then I started thinking too, I know wrestling games, I know these games, but later when I became a coach, it's kind of, in my memory, it's still that book about those games. And so try to tell you again, I sound like an anti-solid person, but it's not necessarily solid system games. It's, just from games, everybody playing games. And in US, people playing baseball or dodgeball before practice in wrestling. It's not something new. But I tried to, when I was a coach, young coach, and coaching young kids, and I stuck with young kids for 40 years. That's what I did all my life, coaching kids and try to find the Olympic star. So when I was young coach, I started to kind of develop my system of games, how you using games on the different situations for warm-ups, for exercises before you teach a move. I would do some exercises related to this move, kind of create some games for strategy, for position, for good mood, or summer camps, but it was not business like in US summer camp. It was, I would take my kids. The government would pay for it. I would take them like 2 months, 3 months. Summertime, somewhere out of the city, and we not necessarily have a wrestling mats or whatever. We just stay out of the families, but in some good environment. And I would try to find out what would I do. For example, first day we come into the place, it's like a wood, forest, and you're looking, okay, what can we do here? Oh, I found a place, here we can wrestle, here we can do pull-ups, here's a small hill we can run, here I find a couple of rocks, we can throw rocks. So every time we go mountains, I look, okay, that's what we can do this, so I build a plan according to what I have, and so that was my creativity. Again, I did not have a map, we did not have a lot of math, so you go and camp, we teach you, it could be sand at the beach, it could be grass, it could be rocks, concrete, whatever. So, but you always try to be creative and do whatever you have, and obviously including games. So now talking about system, is as you know, it's a games like a general games for for any kid, or it could be like specific games. General games, you probably know some general games. I don't know, waste your time when you have 5 people, 10 people, those games. And then big part of games you can use on a warm-up, and again, all of you know those type of games, like let's say, stick in the grass game, right? All of you know this game, right? So it's a game. Again, it's the game going on with the wrestling mat if it's before practice, and kids kind of have some skills to grab the leg or run on their knees. So they're warming up, they're having fun, and it's a game. Sometimes you deal with the kids who come after school, and their mind kind of busy, and you instead of just with your, like sometimes it's my face like that, I'm not smiling, sometimes I'm just thinking about something like go around, go with this, and they are not in the mood, I'm not in the mood. So when you give those games, they kind of warming up and have happy faces. So that's art of the game. And I kind of wrote a couple of games what I remember, not all of them, but I have a lot of games in the book, but I want to translate. But what I do, usually when I travel, different countries, different places, if I see the game, I like it, I kind of like videotape it or write it down. So I kind of collect I'm not an organized person, so I collect those games in my head most of the time. But it's also good communication with the coaches, what kind of games you using. Like back in Soviet, we like to play, if you heard about it, like a basketball rugby. So
wrestle ball.
Oh yeah,
Right.
maybe wrestle ball. But you had to go to basketball. It was very serious. Like you could come and see guys who retired, like Kareli, Sativ. They can kill each other during the game. They forget about this again. They're very serious about the game. Yeah.
That's great.
So yeah, like
I think that's going to be a real sport one day, by the way.
like right now, I'm coming to, not now because it's a war, but when I come to Kyiv and try to find my friends, like all my old friends, I always ask him, where you guys getting together Wednesdays? Because Wednesday is the day of the game in summer. And everybody coming, not only people who wrestle, the people who do not wrestle, so you can find those Karel and they're coming together, having fun, but then during the game they're very serious. Very serious. You don't make a joke. They're taking it serious. And
Every
So-
Wednesday, Valentin?
Yeah. Every Wednesday and Saturday. So, and again, it's a tradition. Back in Russia, Ukraine, Georgia, Wednesday, Saturday, you come, you can find games and sauna. And then it's, you know, old friends. So this starts usually 12 o'clock, and then by 10 p.m. you will be home.
No practice. I mean, that is the practice.
Yeah. No, it's a practice. For some people it's a practice, for some people it's just
Oh, they're just
social. With all those. So that's kind of talking about general games, but now let's talk more specific. So again, I was using translator. It says a relay race. Is that what?
Yes.
Right? So relay race. Again, I don't want to stop on those games, but you know, on those games you can do like using gymnastic skills. Let's say you're teaching kids, which is important, you know, gymnastic skills like front row, back row, flips, whatever, jumping over. And then you include those situations in wrestling games so kids have fun, but at the same time, the kids who is less kind of able to do that, they probably will be a little bit like next time they will try to be more, push themselves in practice to get better front rolls or cartwheels or whatever, so they will not hurt the team. So those games is really good. Now, so these are some games. Again, it's a games for teamwork, for developing some skills, for explosiveness, for agility, for whatever you name it. And again, I just put some games. Okay, so one of those games you know, Snake and the Grass, right? Now, these are some games, let's say you have 10 people in practice, and it's a big wrestling, yeah, it's a big circle, right? And you put 9 balls, medicine balls inside, and they walk around. When they say go, they run, everybody gotta grab the ball. But it's 9, it's 10 people, so somewhere fight starts a little bit about one ball. And then you have 1 out, 1 kid out, and you have 8 balls, 7 balls, and then the top, and it's 2 kids, 1 ball. You understand?
Yes. Like
So
musical chairs.
this is one of those games.
And you want them to fight over it. That's the good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's good. Yeah.
So they're having fun and they fight.
Yeah, nice.
Right? Or this type of game when, you know, I remember again myself, I started with those games. I remember myself, I tried to get late in every practice because I hated warm-ups when I was like 11 years old kid. So, because I did not like run, the back run, side run, I did not like this part. And so kids, you know, some kids don't care, some kids like it, some kids not. But games like, let's say, like, again, 10 people, you break them, or 20 people, you break them with a partner, right? And then they just run everywhere. So your job to touch this partner. As soon as you touch him, he allows you to do one throw, no resistance. Right? Let's say we're chasing each other, I touch you, you stop, I throw you, now we are running away from you, you try to touch. And so what happened, let's say 20 people in the wrestling room, and so they're running, but they're not running organized, they're running and trying to not hit each other, because you know, I'm running, you're running after me, so I'm just like running, moving, and what happened, first of all, it's a game, it's fun, but at the same time, the brain, the kids, concentrate, getting ready for practice. Not just laughing, running, you know, 9-year-old kid. He's running, having fun, but concentration level, because it's a bunch of people going around and you can hit each other. So that's the game. And again, it's or another game with a partner. Let's say, especially like a room like this one with those circle, put the ball in the middle and do again on a whistle. You go get the ball and fight for this ball and try to pull it out. Right? So, and again, so that's kind of games.
The goal is to get the ball, or the goal is to get the ball out of the circle?
I mean, obviously, probably gonna get this ball same time always, because so now I have to find how to get this ball out. Like I gotta get this ball out, and you gotta get this ball out.
Okay.
So we gotta fight. Right? No elbows. That's it. But again, I just show you examples. I mean, I can write down all those games. I have a book with those games, like all the little books, and it's like hundreds of those games. But I'm pretty sure all of you have like different games, this type of games.
What are your top 5 favorite games?
Huh?
What are the top 5 then? Because I know you have hundreds, but like, what are your 5 favorite?
Let me see. I was writing down.
That's cool, wrestling for the ball. That'd be fun.
We actually do wrestle ball. One guy holds it, and then the other guy gets in there. You're on your feet, and then you gotta
rip it out of there. That's right.
Okay, let's say 80 people, whatever, you break in 2 teams. One team on the middle, lie down on the circle, in the center of the circle. You lie down like in a circle, locking hands, you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're locking like this,
No,
around the belly.
Your belly, but I need, let's say I need 4 people.
You got it. Let's do it.
4 people.
I'm ready.
Yeah, 4 people. But like circle, head to head, so you make a circle.
I don't want Sharvin to get hurt. You stay there, Sharvin. Oh, I'm gonna jump over you guys.
Lock your hands like this. And then when you lock your hands, you guys also explain kids, because it's the kids. So you lock your hands this way or this way, right?
Oh, we're locking.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Now, for other people outside, imagine it's a wrestling circle. We don't have this circle. So, for people from outside, you guys, if you want to come play.
Yeah.
So you stand outside, right? Imagine it's a circle. So you stand outside of the circle,
Let's see what happens.
and I take time and I say, ready, go. So when I say go, your job to pull them out of the circle.
So you can just
Oh,
pull
out?
Yeah, just-
All
I
of
get
them
to pull this-
all working together?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I take a time, right? Let's say it took you 1 minute 5 seconds till last one. So you pull one by one, or you pull whatever you want.
Whatever.
So that's your strategy.
Can we double team so that
Double
we
team.
both?
Go ahead,
we
man,
both
guys.
pull?
Yes, you can do. That's your strategy, whatever you want, right? And then we switch. Let's say you did it. You got the last one in 1 minute 5 seconds, and so now we switch. Now you down, and let's say you did it in 50 seconds, right? So you win. It's a team games, but it's with some skills and fun and wrestling, right? You can try it a little bit, right? Just feel it what's going to happen. You want to try?
balls.
Yeah.
balls.
So yeah, ready to go.
Here coming to me!
Whatever you want, but you gotta grab your grip and pull off. Okay, good. So that's a game. Right? Here's another game. Here's another game. Like let's say.
One try is good enough, you guys know.
Let's say let's use it 6 people. So 3 and 3. 3 one team, 3 another team.
3, 3, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're over here.
Yeah.
You three?
Yeah.
Hold on.
This would be easier, like, more people.
How are we doing the camera? Gonna make sure the camera's got it.
Again,
Got this.
it could be 10-10, but just as for right now, 3-3. It's not a hard game, I just want to show you. Just maybe for video tape. So I need a 3 against 3.
You gotta stay on this side of the line because it's getting the feedback. You gotta stand here, on this side.
Here?
The microphone.
Because otherwise the microphone picks that up.
I see.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now, like, so the team, you facing one side. Okay, okay, it's a line right here.
Okay.
That's a team. So, okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Now, other 3 coming across here, so I'm locking hands. You locking your hands
Oh,
here, and just do this chain.
go ahead.
You guys go.
So we're facing different directions?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so now your job, guys, are facing my side, bringing this line,
Ah,
and your job bringing this line, right?
so we gotta go this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Going? They're going! They're going! Gee, what happened?
See, we knew we were going.
What happened, Gene? What happened, buddy?
I don't know what happened. It's on all of us.
It's on all of us, he said.
Okay, so those type of games.
You're right.
Those type of games. Again, if you see, it's fun for kids,
Yeah.
but at the same time you're learning grip, you're learning how to put pressure and all this stuff. But at the same time, what I try to do with the kids, especially you ask me all the time how you teach young kids. I try to tell them that we're not wrestling, we're playing games. We're playing wrestling, we're not wrestling. Even when we wrestle matches, I say it's the most fun game. Your job now to pin him. And I said, pin, but if you don't pin, then we have a point. But it's a game. I'm not saying it's a wrestling. So a game, playing, and we still play. And kids didn't realize it wouldn't like take a wrestling because, you know, if kid taking wrestling all his life, he's gonna get tired. At least that's how I try to keep kids their mind away from that. They train hard. They play wrestling. And using those games, they actually play 100% because it's a game. And you know, they do a good job when they train. But again, that's going through games. Now I gotta check what else my notes.
That last game was good.
I like that.
So,
The
yeah.
grip.
Yeah, and then obviously rugby, but if you don't have basketball, let's say you put dummy this side, you put dummy on the other side, and you gotta touch the dummy with a ball, not throw, just touch. Right? You have to, you know, fight. If you throw, it does not count. You have to go like, put that ball, and you're not allowed to stand on your feet, only on the knees. It's good for beginners. You know, kids playing ball on the knees, and they have to. So it's another game where they wrestle a lot.
Speedball.
Right.
Speedball.
Yeah, so those games is, you know, I think it's popular everywhere, those games, but it's a lot of skills. Now, so that's what I would say. Wrestling games with a team, like a warm-up games, and you acquire some skills, some strengths. So those games, but this is I would say like games for kids, for warm-up, for fun, for this, for that. But it's another system of games when you start teaching kids much more serious. And for those games, it's better to have the circles. So, and the games you start, again for warm-up, breaking with a partner. So easy games, like first level games, let's say, this game, step on the foot. You know this game, right?
Yeah.
Right? But in a circle. In a circle. I mean, you don't need a circle sometimes because, but the next games you will need a circle. So this game, and then let's say arms, I'm touching foot, and your job to touch arm or touch knee, you touch knee, or touch inside. Could be above knee, could be below knee, could be touch on your right hand, or on your left, or both hands. So those kind of games.
And both guys get to go at the same time. If you're trying to tag my knee, I can tag your knee.
Yeah, yeah. So those games, again, it's good for warm-up. But then games for balance. Games for balance, right? What could be for balance? That's you need a little bit circle, so it's a pressure balance. Again, let's say the game when you keep your hands inside, jumping on one leg, and try to, you know, like push each other.
Oh, it's
right?
on. It's on, Valentin. Let's go. Take G now.
Right? last. I don't want to, guys. I don't know because I'm gonna embarrass all of you.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's a game. And then you like, oops, let him go, keep him, right? So for kids it's fun. One leg, then grab him.
Not supposed to be late, bud.
I know. It should be 10 minutes.
Let's say, give me a leg. He got my leg.
Good to see you, brother.
Now we're fighting here.
To try whoever touches first.
Yeah, whoever touch first.
Take him down, Valentin.
Oops, left, right side. So
Put that in your pocket.
those games, sort of money in the pocket.
Not enough room.
So this game, then we started doing. Let's say I got your leg here, you got my leg here, and then we start fighting here, right? So first ankle, then grip, then we start doing like yeah.
Oh.
Here. It's another game. If you put your leg first, I win.
I touch.
Yeah.
I can't touch.
Yeah.
Ah.
Gene goes down again.
So
Unbelievable.
as you see,
Let's demonstrate.
it's like it's just your creativity, but at the same time, it's a lot of skills just teaching kids, you know, those games.
Gene's lost 2 games so far.
Now,
It's not surprising.
now circle. So using circle, I mean, all those games you use in circle as well, because it could be 2 ways to win. One, let's say he touch, other one he's coming up. Either one is a point. So this way you teach kid kind of stay, go back. Now, this type of game, my job to get him out of the circle. Now my job to pull him out of the circle. He's fighting, he gotta stay in the circle, I gotta get him out. Right? Now my job, behind, to get you out of the circle, you fighting back. Now my job to push you out of the circle. You push me back. Right? But you all, when you start doing game after game like this, they start to understand that they wrestle. But when you kind of like combine it, one game and then all of a sudden give ball, and then they start fighting for the ball, so their mind like, oh, I'm not wrestling, I have a game, have fun. So again,
Should we be doing these back to back, or you're saying do?
no, I'm saying if you want to kind of make them train, you do it back to back. But if you want to make them feel they're having fun, you just like do one game like I gotta push you out and then, okay, now ball, fight for ball. Kind of switch their mind,
Okay, that makes sense.
right? Again, that's how I was, it's my style. So yeah, I remember I told you, system is a system, but then you bring something what you feel. So that I kind of share with my experience, what I done with the kids. Let me see what. So those games, again, it's good for beginners. It's good for beginners, and one sec.
I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, and so I'll show you a few more. And then, again, these kind of games with some skills and for fun. And it's much more, but then later we start talking about different level of games. So here's some games, let's say for balance. Again, circle, let's say you sit all the way down. Yeah. And my job and your job, if I touch the knee or whatever, I lost. So it's only 2 points. And we're not allowed to grab each other, we just have on your palms and you go just like.
Can we go on our toes? Or
No, yeah, but not come up here.
Right.
So you go really like.
Ah.
0-3.
No, I didn't touch.
0-3.
Yeah, so you play like that.
We can't grab.
No,
Oh,
okay.
tap.
Yeah. Oh, don't touch.
Oh, I can't touch that.
On your palms.
Oh, palms.
Yeah. Right? And so, okay. That's game. It's actually a good game, right? Now, this game, push-up position. I gotta, let's say, grab, yeah, if you grab, and keep pulling down, good. This game.
So the game is I can't go down.
No, like my job or your job, just grab the wrist, let's say you pull me, pull, and I go, boom, I lost.
Are we both going or only you're
Both.
Okay.
Goes. And kids cheating, they stay like this. So you make sure they stay in a push-up position. Yeah. Okay. Then this game, again, it's for balance. You stay in line to line. Yeah, like this. No. Yeah. And so if you move your feet, well, I move my feet a lot, right?
Ah.
So yeah, you go, right, go.
All right.
Switch side. And,
Let's see one more time.
no.
It's my video notes. Valentin.
You guys can try. You should try this.
Get out there, Craig. Let me see so I can video it.
Like
Right,
this
Austin will
game.
get in there.
I'm trying to video.
So we're here. So we just can't like pull each other. We gotta.
No, stay
We gotta
both
both.
yeah.
Yeah.
in the line.
Yeah. Basically, in our job is we just gotta go. We can't move anything. We just gotta try to. You gotta pull me. I gotta pull you. Or
Try to get the other guy
neither
off
of us
the
can move
line.
our feet. Whatever
no
we wanna
pressure,
do.
Craig. Gene's 0-3.
I have to get you off the line.
We both
Yeah.
have to get each other off the line.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
a good one. I like that one a lot.
Now try to
You gotta-
see what we did. All the way down. Sit down, like
Sit.
this. The palms. Palm. No, the palms.
Oh, palms. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
I can only.
We gotta stay in the middle too.
Stay in the middle.
Because we could lose if he
Yeah,
rushes me out.
yeah. Stay
Yeah.
inside.
So we have to stay.
That's
so
what I'm
understand,
saying. If
so
you have a
we gotta be-
circle, it's easy.
We don't touch.
No,
We can't-
just don't grab. Just touch.
Yeah. And I can trick you and bring you
Gene's cheating, obviously.
there. This guy, man.
Obviously.
I touched it in it.
Up.
I like that. Hey, we got one on the board.
Okay, now this game, when go pull push-up position. So you Jay, come here. You grab him above knee. No, from inside. Inside. Above knee, like your hands.
Cartwheel.
Yeah. So your jaw bring him on at least one elbow.
Just bring. That's
Yeah,
it.
just move him.
Get them off the palms.
What can I do? What are the
You're
parameters?
doing a good job.
Just anything?
Yeah, you gotta bring him down.
Okay.
Oh, no!
No. I mean this.
Well, that's why I said, what are the parameters?
Gene, violating rules again.
Now.
Good job.
It's the first kid asked me this question.
That's why I asked.
In 40 years, I never had this question.
Okay, so I gotta move them.
Yeah.
That one's tougher. Good.
Time.
That's a good one for both guys.
Yeah.
He's gonna tire out eventually.
Yeah, so
Might take
It's good.
it's a lot of games like this. Not related to wrestling technique, but it's related to kind of wrestling. Now, T-shirts games. You guys know T-shirts games?
Slapback?
Well, what?
Like some silly games before T-shirts. Like kids like it too. You stay in a circle, both of you. So your joke is very silly. You gotta punch him in his butt. Both of you.
With the
Can I leave with my feet?
It's
We just our feet.
just kick. But
We can't.
Boxing.
no, but yeah, you can do little bit arms, but when you kick me, I'm allowed to grab your leg. Right? Try to kick me. So slow. Yeah, grab your leg. And I go boom. Here. 1 quarter. So
Definitely a liability. Okay.
Yeah.
Next game.
yeah, that's liability.
Okay, liability. No, good
can't
one
hit the
though.
ground.
This is
But we can't hit the ground. I can't hit the ground and do
no,
something.
no. You gotta just like
Yeah.
one. That's a 1 point. Just touch it, but don't punch because kids sometimes like, so you gotta punch on the butt. Touch the butt.
Yeah,
With this foot.
With your foot, yeah.
Yeah. you
I
can
think it's
try.
great.
Okay, so we're in here.
Oh.
Yeah. But you're allowed to grab the leg.
What's the thing? Yeah,
You can take him down.
but we can't go out of bounds
Yeah.
and we can't touch the ground.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the circle,
Yeah, then you can.
then, but it's, it's like a next level. You have the circle, it's much more professional. You start thinking much
That's
more.
why I put these down. I had to
Yeah,
duct
no,
tape them.
that circle's great.
I had to duct tape them.
All I can think of is grab the arms and
Yeah,
Or,
that's duct tape. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's lasted
what
over a
we
year.
used to do, but again, it was Soviet. You guys have different liability. We had no liability. You kill kids, okay? But,
that's
As
great.
long as they don't find the body, you're fine.
Soviet kid punches the other.
yeah, so let's say it's 15, 20 kids inside of the circle. You're not allowed to go out of the circle, and you do the same game. You just punch each other.
Okay.
Whoever tagged, he's not out. He's staying on the bridge to end the game. Right? So it's dangerous, right? But you can't.
I'm a punching bag.
Oh, they gotta stay down.
Yeah.
During the game.
You gotta stay down on the bridge.
Some kid's gonna have a whole bunch of bruises. in his butt.
It's cool.
Yeah.
You wonder why they're beating us.
I like it.
So those type of games, again, it's fun, but you also kids they have a grab the leg, grab the ankle, just grab it, feel it, pull, like so touch it. So this type. Now,
You have to stand on the other side of this. You have to be over here always. This is your line. once you
That's
cross
our
this
game.
line- once you cross this line, it's gonna do the beat. Go ahead.
yeah, then T-shirt games.
T-shirt. So you could come out. Man, my eyes.
Allergies?
Hard contacts. Too bad.
So what you do, you line up kids, tell them take off T-shirts, and if you don't like somebody, say go home. I don't trust them.
Get out of here.
But then we need T-shirts.
Take these off.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I'm saying. Take it off, and then it's like you and you home.
Oh, you
I'm
just
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Oh, sure.
No. So I'm just answering.
Tuck it in.
It's a joke. No. So game number one. Again, remember I said you can tag each other. You can run with the T-shirts. Let's say it's 20 people. Remember, like
Yeah.
you gotta tag him. So I gotta run with it. Hit him with a T-shirt.
Oh, gotta hit him with the T-shirt.
Yeah, it's a bunch of and it's a bunch
Back
of
with the t-shirt.
yeah, and a bunch of kids running with the T-shirts.
I like it.
So again, it's for warm up,
Okay.
for fun. I'm just like I said, I share my experience what I've been doing. No, keep it up.
She likes the way you look.
Yeah, so next one, you know this game, right? When you put behind,
Tail.
right? But again, why this game really important? Because you start teaching arm drag or snaps, not telling kids that it's a wrestling move.
Yeah.
I don't like tell kids how can I study move called arm drag when they're kids, when they're not mentally ready for this. You're just saying that's a game, and I would, I would suggest you do this.
Yeah.
And so I don't tell what it is. I would just say this would be, let's say you kind of you got hit, or you got hit. So I said I'll show you some tricks how you can win. That's what I call
Tricks.
Yeah. Not saying it's wrestling. So this game. Now, you keep asking me about those Hapsahai, whatever.
Hopsagai.
Yeah, so it's another game when you do this. You here, and rest. So I'm allowed to do this stuff.
Cool.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Yeah, it's whatever you want.
But you can't let go of the t-shirt.
Yeah, you gotta.
That's not
What's the
Hopsagai,
goal?
That's a different type.
I'm just saying it's
games like that.
kind of related to this national sport, like a Turkish, Georgia, and the Chidoba, they wrestle in this too.
They grab each other's.
They have a belt.
Craig, get in there. I just want to, not the real thing, but this way I got a little video note.
Okay. What? Oh, in here?
Yeah.
And then we do whatever we want? Or do we have to go over? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's over under?
One side. You got one side, he got one side.
What do I have to do?
We just
Whatever,
gotta,
whatever
so we
you
can-
want.
So it's like we can't, neither of us can go out of the circle and we just have to bring the
A
other one down?
circle, like I said.
Doesn't have to be a circle.
But it's nice when you have a circle. Yeah, it's really like
Yeah,
no
so it's
circle.
like we're trying to get each other
Optional
down,
rule.
we're trying to do whatever, yeah. we
So
can
what's
go
the goal
low,
though? To bring him down?
Take him down.
Take him down is the
No,
goal.
without breaking the.
We're not bringing-
Yeah, you can drop to his
I
leg.
guess, yeah.
Do I want to get to his leg?
Do I have to?
Whatever you want.
Because
I want to tell you what. Actually, you gotta take him down.
That's you got to score 2. Nice inside trip, Calderon.
slip it like that? Are you allowed to?
That's you see
Because I
how
thought this
he's
could be
doing,
cheap.
and you make the
This could
rules a little
be,
bit.
this could be cheap. I was like, I'm
You
gonna
make your rules.
I'm gonna slip out of this. That's what I did. That's gonna be excessive.
Gene's going too far. He's
Yeah,
going
too far.
Well, I need to know the parameters.
All right, that's cool. That's a cool game.
That is cool.
What
So
do we call
you see,
it?
like using T-shirt, you can
T-shirt
start
thing.
like every time do different warm-ups, right? Like for kids, let's say you take this T-shirt and say game number 1, tag each other with the shirt. I tag him, so I throw him. Second game could be like I showed you. I showed you 3 games now, right? But before those games, you can do warm-up. Let's say with a T-shirt, you do front rolls. Just holding T-shirt and keep going. Yeah, and then back rolls holding T-shirts. Right, and then stretch yourself like my shoulders. Yeah, like stretch yourself here, stretch yourself here. Yeah, with a T-shirt. So do warm up holding T-shirt and then do couple games holding T-shirt. So it's completely different warm up.
That's cool.
And right, I mean, you've probably never seen it. But it's nothing new, just wearing T-shirts.
What's another T-shirt game? We did 1, right?
We did 3.
Oh, foxtail. Oh, the slapping the guy, the foxtail, and then the body lock. All right,
Yeah,
yeah, 3
yeah.
3 games.
Yeah, maybe. Again, it's creativity, just.
Yeah, it is. That was good.
Pull it out. Right? Point. Make it wrestle. Try to pull it out.
Yeah.
And you could
I just
switch-
made it up, I don't know.
You could switch, and you could switch knee.
Yeah, it's just. That's why I'm saying I can't teach you all games because I don't know all games. I try to collect those games for myself. Right? So I just give you direction, idea, and you develop it. So it's about games. Now, I wanted, to play those games, but it's okay if you realize what it is, because the ball is this stuff. Now, what I want to tell you, it's another type of games, but I think today would not be enough time, because games is big. Like, we study games in sport university 1 semester, 6 months.
Awesome.
Not necessarily wrestling games, not necessarily just games itself, because it's a profession. You can actually be in some recreational place for the kids and, playing games, not necessarily wrestling games. Could be a lot of games, role games.
Mind if I ask a question?
Yeah.
In your schooling, did they design your courses by age, or are most of these things that you're talking about with the games good for people who are just starting, but also easily to develop for? Would you do it with your high-level athletes who are older, or not?
Yeah. So the games I show you, those games could be good from the kids to that's fun.
Do you feel it's important to incorporate that with some of
No,
the
but
high-level?
now what I want to tell, that's what I was saying. It's another level of games when you use through games, you can start develop wrestling skills. That's what that's what I'm coming. And those games, it will take time. That's what I'm saying. It's 6 months. We've been doing these games. We probably gotta do like a next course, but it's a different level of games. It's a games for you kind of like going smoothly for those type of games, the games I'm talking about, and it's already next level of games, but it's very specific wrestling games. Again, I don't tell kids that's a wrestling. I mean, I might say it's a wrestling game, so pay attention what you do, kind of try to understand when you wrestle. But it's a different level of games. And again, that's now circle is important. So those games, it's like could be 3 or 4 types of different games. I'll explain what I mean, but I can't go today through it. It's a whole different story. So games of start who's fast. Again, start like this ball. Grab the ball, right? It's a level for the kids, but let's say another level for the kids. Let's say we start back to back. Right? You stand back to back. No, on your feet. On your feet. You stand back to back. And when I say wrestle, you wrestle about 3-5 seconds.
Never know.
Apple trees make apples, Gene.
3-5 seconds. But that's already, like I said, it's a wrestling game. 3-5 seconds. I don't want to wrestle 1 minute. I want just like start, go. So ready, go. Stop. Good. So
Quick. Those are quick.
Yeah. I
Okay.
will just start and just think what you do right away. Because when you break, now it's a wrestling, it's not a game anymore.
Right.
Right?
So you want them to turn and grab a leg?
So
With the arms,
again,
snap.
those games logically running to when you say at a different level, you can go with any national team, USA team, Iran, Russia. What they do? One guy on a high crush, other guys staying and ready wrestles for the wrestle.
Yeah.
Right? That's already wrestling.
Right.
But that's a games for the kids. It's pretty much that's how you start.
Right.
Sounds amazing. Is it good? It's good. Yeah. You understand? So that's the first level of games, which bring to those not games anymore for the professional wrestlers.
Right.
But for kids, they gotta start seeing fast. So you put them in awkward positions.
Is this like the head-to-head one you showed me at Hoboken, where you're laying down in a
Yeah,
bridge?
it's like whatever you want. Whatever you want. Awkward position. Or you can,
What are like 3 examples, maybe, just to get our minds going?
Okay, you did back to back. Now left shoulder to left shoulder. Ready? Rest. Stop. Now right shoulder to right shoulder.
So it gets us to thinking.
Yeah, yeah, now keep in the line and walk around. Just walk. Rest.
Thinking elbow. We're both thinking elbow.
Right, so it could be sitting down back to back, shoulder to shoulder, bridge to bridge, head to head to the foot.
Head to the foot. What does that mean? Like,
Yeah, go on your back. On your back. Yeah, put your head to the foot. Yeah, your head here.
Side to side.
Yeah. Ready? Rest. Stop.
let's go coming across the body of this
So
one. I thought legs like I
now
gotta
same
go
position. Now same position. Bridge.
Bridge.
Yeah. Ready? Rest.
Yeah, turn it.
Grand old time here.
But again, it's
I did that the first time you showed me. Then turned away.
I think you've been training
He's
home.
practicing.
Honestly, I haven't. I really haven't.
Because I showed you once was games.
Yeah,
You've been
I turned away the
waiting.
first time you showed me the game.
Did he
Right.
scold you?
Yeah, you got music. You got to engage.
So this is the games, like who is faster, group of games, right? That's already wrestling games,
Yeah.
right? And again, how many positions you can do? Unlimited. It's like we have 9 digits and you can do unlimited number of phone numbers, right? You just put together. So this first group of games, and again, it's your creativity. Where you're gonna end it up, I don't know. Who grabbed water, where you start wrestling.
Is there a good game that could teach someone how to snap well? Like to snap them down? I don't know if there's like, are there specific games where you develop more of a snap versus snatch, or not really? I don't know.
Maybe, I'm pretty sure, that's what I'm saying. I give you directions,
Yeah.
and it's up to your creativity.
Come up with it.
I think that T-shirt.
Yeah, if we say,
like what you did.
if I start
I
thinking,
evaded though. I stepped out of
if
it.
I start thinking, I'll
Yeah.
make it up somehow. Yeah.
Wasn't
But
that
I'm
the,
just-
that was the game when you were trying to pull him out of the circle, right? That's
With
practice
the
snap.
And, by
Not
the
even
way,
with the count.
actually, it's your question.
Pulling out of the circle.
So
Yeah.
this, now, because again, my course is about coaching, right? It's not about telling you what exactly to do.
Right.
I want to teach you how to think.
Yeah.
That's what I want. You know, every time I'm coming from overseas to EWR, New York Airport,
Yeah.
I always see Einstein saying, I could not.
But it's a sign.
Yeah.
Einstein.
Einstein, yeah. So that's what I wanna. That's my goal. Kind of give you principles, but to teach you this. I always here. So if you guys ever been EWR airport, you know you can-
Einstein.
Einstein. And so what he's saying here,
Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. So once you know the principles, you
Yeah.
apply the imagination.
so that's my goal, to teach you this. Like I said, I can sit with you and train you. That's what I do, that's what I do, that's what I do. But, you know, you can do, based on what I'm telling you, much more interesting than I do. And I learn from you. That's how I learn from everybody. I'm not saying I know everything. Like I said, I know principles, I know what I need, but then I can learn from 5 years old kid what he's doing.
How about a game to like maybe get our hips into the guy? Because a lot of times.
Okay, let's do it.
I think
Like
that's-
I said,
I
I
think
want
that's
you
kinda
to,
like what we
I
were doing
want you
before
to
with
create
the shoulders.
something without asking me,
Yeah.
right?
I've seen that where like they get in like a Greco position and they'll go hip to hip instead of
Oh,
shoulder to
they'll
shoulder
do this,
and like push them out.
and they'll try to push from
Yeah.
here. And
Yeah.
basically, okay. And you got to stay engaged.
Yeah.
Push out of the circle,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
okay?
Because a lot of times when we shoot in, we're out like this, or we do this.
Right.
You know. So I feel like we got to bring our hips to the party. You know.
Yeah, so you see, like, that's what I did by using games. when I coach, let's say, not beginners, but when I see some talented guy, and I want to develop him, so I'm start thinking, and he has a problems, like you saying, like shooting from far away, how to fix. So I start to be creative for each person differently. Each person I coach, like back Pico or Helen, and they're all different. So I did some different stuff for each of them, and most of them I don't even remember what I did. It's just like when I'm there, I'm present, I'm thinking what I'm doing. And that's why I'm saying I don't want you to do exactly what I did.
Right.
But the principles is good. I mean, I can share what I did. It's pretty interesting stuff what I did, but
Go ahead, give us one or two. Well, here's another position that I think about. It's like whether it's arm throw, right? These kind of like throws here or throws here. We do it like this. We don't get our hips in. We don't get ourselves in or step the leg back. Is there anything to like? I don't know.
anything to what? To,
Like any kind of games that we could do to make sure we're bringing ourselves like when we're doing that back step, or I don't know if there was anything offhand.
no, you gotta teach backstep, but then
It's different. Okay.
no, but then again, he gotta give all body.
You got hold of my body.
No. Let's say you do arm throw. So I give you arm,
Yeah, okay.
and what do you need from me? What do you need from me? Walking back, walking forward.
I guess I'm trying to throw you. I gotta throw you.
So what do you need from me to make it easier for you?
Oh, I need you to walk towards me. Yeah.
Okay, so I walk forward and you drop to throw me, but my shoulders go. So that's pretty much something like that I did with Helen to stop the throw, not to throw, to stop the throw.
Okay.
And so my job, let's say if I have a problem, if you throw me all the time on this one, what I did, I would find a small hill at the beach, and I would stay down on the hill, and I make you walk like this, down on the hill, which is make harder to stop.
Yeah.
Agreed?
I remember you telling us
Yeah.
this. You made her push you down the hill, right?
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah, because she would fall down. She would fall down. She has like she would start pushing. It's like fall down, and then it's the first time I tell this. I mean, I was telling this story, but I can show you the story. So what happened when Helen beat Yoshida in Olympics? You see, in US, nobody cares what coach did. And Helen hero. But what happened when I came to New York? Some Japanese contacted us. We had a tournament in this international tournament, New York Athletic Tournament. So limousine came for me and Helen, and they took us to some Japanese, somewhere in Manhattan, like a media place, a newspaper, radio. I'm not sure. It was like 100 Japanese, big one. And when we came, they started, and then they took us to the room, small, not small, but room, office. There were like 5 Japanese, and start show how Helen got first 2 points in Rio de Janeiro, and asked, what did you do? And asked me. So they had respect to coach, not to Helen. What did you do? How did you make it happen? I said, I don't know. And Helen like,
Laid down.
I said, Helen, tell Jesus taught you. I said, it's Yoshida fault. It's Yoshida made it. It's her fault. She made a mistake. It's not us. But it was us. So I was this drill. So if you can find this match. I'll show you the part where. Yeah, fine. So I'll show you exactly what happened.
We need his phone because my phone's taping.
Okay.
I mean, this game, what I'm telling you, not game,
Here, I can.
brought an Olympic gold pretty much.
Here you go. Helen,
Yeah, Yoshida.
how do you spell it?
YOSHI.
Just put like a gold medal match, Rio 53 kilo. And,
Careful
Helen
with it.
Williams.
Good job. They cornered him. What did you
Yeah, you recorded this part?
That's Bush League.
Wanna watch it on TV?
Yeah. Nice.
I think it's the second period, just go second period.
Austin, where do you keep your hill so we could do that training?
Right up there. Right outside.
There's hills all over this place.
Actually, right outside. Perfect.
So remember, Olympic gold medal match is could be one movement, not to be but it's important movements, important points, right? So that was crucial, that position to win Olympic gold.
Planning to see that. She's pushed her out. That's another point to the American. And now it's 4-1. It's been upgraded to points.
Well, right now I'm wrestling the greatest, most decorated wrestler who's.
Okay, I wasn't there.
Yeah, that's internal, just, you see, conference hall right after Olympics only Helen. It's not me. Only journalists who like me right now.
Yeah.
Yes. How's that? Yeah. With me.
Coaches, the unsung heroes.
Big flow.
No, it's on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just put Helen rules and shit.
And then let's think of the Pico game. That would be good. If you could think of the Pico game, you did with them. People like that. Yeah. Yoshida.
Yeah, second period. So this, by the way, this match, why Helen, it's a little bit about coaching if you already coached in Sweden. Helen lost her twice before, she played her twice in the first period. In Sweden. And I wasn't her coach back then, so I started telling Helen, we're gonna win. We started training at the beach, not in the mat, against Sweden, doing football. And I was teaching her how to walk forward constantly. Why? Because all Japanese need space to shoot. And I said, if you can control no space, you can beat it. I studied her shit and I saw she's not a good wrestler if she has no space.
So cutting her off?
Yeah, so if you watch from the beginning, having that's the reason that I was saying. So when you listen to go forward constantly, you see the small steps, and you see she controls, but she doesn't look like see?
Pressure.
Yeah, pressure, but again, I think I told you last time, it's hard to be in pressure in perfect position. You see her knee, somewhere across the shoulder, you put pressure, you go over this.
Right.
Yeah, and Helen has this problem too. That's why I make it around downhill. And you see, so she was putting pressure, she would constantly go back, constantly. So she could not wrestle.
So we got to fast forward it now.
Yeah.
One should have YouTube Premium by now.
And then what happened, actually, the referee tried to screw Helen. The referee tried to screw Helen, as you saw, guys, they gave a point for scoring Helen.
All right, here we go. This is the beginning, right?
And so in the break, I told Helen, Helen was a little bit like worried about 1-0. What I said is perfect because now you're winning. Because now, if you keep doing what you're doing, they're gonna give you. They're gonna have 1-1. It's a mental pressure. So here you should have started worrying. You know, she started worrying, started looking for the moves. And I'll show you when it's come, when this was moment. because you should have felt now they're gonna give you a slow, and then here, stop, go, stop, hey. So watch the action of Helen when she, running heel. So we've been running. Helen will go like this, down the hill, and I'll try to throw her. I'll throw this. And so her job was, hold it a little bit. And it's hard on me, right? And then what we try to do this, that's what I'll take ready for the shoulder. So if she does something, you go in here, and you go here. And when you hear, when you shoot a short, you can't wrestle now over here. So now you wrestle. I got you.
Gene, 0-5 today.
A couple on me.
So apparently, if you watch the game, you can't find it. When you should have not expect, when you should have 3 cards and gave it to boys. Watch the game. And it's really fast, but that's what I did not tell you when it would happen. Here.
Yep.
That's what we're going to do. So, now we're going to do it. But that's the move. Looks like nobody understood what happened. But that's exactly what happened. She's like, and she fell and she decides to get out.
Bailed.
That's the takedown that the Japanese asked you about?
Yeah, this way. They showed me slow motion, back, forth, back, forth. What did she do? What did I say?
Elbows in the
It's a shooter, she did nothing. Yeah, it's a shooter.
All she did was jam her up.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was a perfect case. And if she would not fall, then she would keep it.
Because she was going in.
Yeah. Watch it.
So this is why I like VHS. VHS, you could go frame by frame by frame.
You can do it here. You can do slow motion.
VHS is the best.
Yeah.
I've had a coach who would translate, they would get the videos back onto VHS for that purpose.
You sound good
Nice.
to real.
Here, you see how, you see,
Some other coach.
you see how it keeps slam?
She went in.
Yeah.
So what I'm taking from this, and I just to clarify, is that you've basically taught her and I'm watching Aaron too to keep a lot of weight or to keep their weight on their back foot as they're putting pressure on their
Hips.
opponent.
No. Hips.
Okay.
Everything is hips.
So this is just about adjusting
You know,
while you're putting pressure.
maybe what you said is right, but I never think about back foot. I know a lot of coaches say that. For me, it's hard to understand.
Sure.
Maybe you're right.
Weight distribution.
To reach your hips.
So everything's not forward, right? Because then your hips are
Yeah, just keep saying like if you pull my finger, I'm not grabbing this way. I like this. It's like I'm up.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Your weight.
Yeah, so I'm not paying attention to legs. I'm paying attention to my knees.
That seems like it might be a better coaching cue than thinking your feet, because I'm always thinking feet too.
It's
Right.
But if you're thinking
That's why
hips,
I'm
you're going to
trying
move your hip.
That's why I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, because
It's just a cue, I think.
Yeah.
hips is a part between your shoulder and your legs. That's a connection part.
And feet might be more confusing. You have 2 feet, you have 1 hip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
for me,
it's
hips
all
always.
connected, right? It's connected.
Like anything you
One
do,
waistline.
your hips looking for your hips looking for it.
And so
When you start talking when you put your legs, it's confusing,
Okay.
right? For me, let's say we wrestle here and keep trying to strong the suplex, right? So what I do, my hips start looking for his legs. Instead of sprawl, You see, try to show hand when you go. Try to show how to go. I got you. Because my hips in. Raise my legs, I have no idea. I mean, right now I know, before I would look at it. If you try to move something, and right now I would go here. You see, well, I did not think well, I just feel like walking with my hips. Nothing else.
And you're training them to do that without
Yeah.
them even knowing it, with the games and the drills and the
Yeah,
different things. Got it.
Yeah, and again, this
Less deliberate.
old lady that was running at the beach. You know, like a hill, maybe it's an ocean, it's sand like this. And then it's like, you know, like it's,
Yeah, yep, so.
so that's what we do.
So her back was to the ocean. No,
No,
she was
she's
over
pushing-
here. She was
she's
coming
pushing.
down.
So she has to keep her weight back.
She's got
That's
to
why I
keep-
thought
yeah,
that.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so this way she could push it. And you saw she's like, that was already instant. That's instant you build to beat your shit. Now, story changed, it was Jesus. But then, it was Valentin. Now it's Jesus.
Right?
If you ask Karen, they say, oh, it's Jesus.
It's not competitive. It's both.
That's awesome.
God and coach.
I don't remember the coach, it was Jesus.
It's both.
So, yeah, let's go there. Okay, guys, so, yeah, we start games. Now I will go really fast. Again, we need, those games is different time. So, those games leading for different positions starts, how you say it, starts 5-10 seconds. Against. Now, next games, touch, just touch. Touch leg, touch knee. And then you do different setups. Let's say right hand, touch behind my neck. So I know right hand. And again, it's a kids. So when the wrestlers do this game, they're going to be more professional. Kids, let's say 10 years old kids, never wrestled, so they and another guy, so, but now it's so kids start thinking about, okay, that's his right hand, he gotta touch my neck, so what I do? I try to grab his arm. So it's the skills. Now, if you watch high-level wrestlers, and let's say, like wrestler like Pico, he would collar tie. So a lot of wrestlers would go like to try to grab his fingers, like here, and not doing that. It's not easy to, like I teach some guys, like fine silver, he has a hard time to get collar tie because people don't let him. So it's a skillful collar tie, or it's a skill to control hands, right? But it's a high level. But again, think about kids. You say, right hand, collar. You, don't give him. Or you, right hand, collar. So
Now we're doing this. Now we're both doing
yeah,
this.
now it's like, yeah. So it's a game for the kids, but it's already, they start thinking without teaching. But again, this part of wrestling, about controlling, about get what you need, it's, for me, that's what I preach. I did not make a percentage, but I'm just saying that, to me, 90% success, understand wrestling. 10% understand moves. Like you can teach for 20 years double leg or single leg, but if you don't understand wrestling, how you create this position where you're gonna get double legs. I mean, I know when you're teaching kids, they figure it out, and the sort of gifted kids figure it out. But you can teach wrestling. Yeah, I can bring an analogy. That's only me talking about it. And more coaches, when I talk to the USA wrestling, they kind of agree with me. But if you go back, coaching on being an athlete, think about how many, during the practice, how much time did you spend to understand wrestling on the feet versus drilling moves? Like double leg or high crotch or whatever.
A lot more drilling.
You just drill moves.
Wow.
And move itself, in my opinion, it's a final product, or it's a final logical product of what you've done during the match. Let's say this match, Hell's Olympic gold match. 2 takedown, and then was another one, 2 in the end of the match. Like, how many seconds it took to do the 4 points? Like 3 seconds? 5 seconds? So let's say 10 seconds for 2 attacks. Wrestling match, 5 minutes, 6 minutes minus 10 seconds. 5 minutes, 50 seconds. What did you do 5 minutes, 50 seconds? That's what we studied. We did not study attacks. We studied a little bit attacks like this one, like I showed you, but this easy to teach. Hard to teach what did she do 5 minutes, 50 seconds. That's where she control her footwork, her hips, for this. It's all 5 minutes, 50 seconds. And think about, for 5 seconds attack, we spent 10 years of your wrestling career, but you never studied this 5 minutes, 50 seconds. So what I do, I study, not with the kids, but when I coach elite athletes, that's what I study. That's why my athletes, Anita Lore, again, 5 walls, she did not even shoot. Because her position, her control, that's what we study, control. Nobody can shoot on her. Helen, also, she did not shoot much. You should have gave her. Pico, if you remember Pico, is always going to be shaking hand, boom, collar tied. You can't escape from it. He would control you, make you tight, snap, attack. So that's what we've been studying, not studying like, come, I gotta go, like, because it's not going to happen. So, would I compare? Let's say, you guys play football, I play soccer. So let's say soccer. It's one goalie and 10 players, right? Each side. You know soccer game, really? And you probably watch World Cup, Italy against Brazil, whatever. And 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, or 0-0. But it's a lot of action going on. People enjoy playing, but there's no goal. And then all of a sudden, you know that coaching, like changing it after first period in the locker room, they change it. Okay, now instead of 4 people in the center and 2 people in forward and defense, they move in, let's say, 3 people in the center, more defense, and 2 people there, but one of them really fast. And so they play, go back, and then boom, ball coming to the fastest guy. He runs, and you see one-on-one with a goalie, right? One-on-one. So we get a ball, one-on-one, everybody behind, boom, he scored. He scored 1-0. That's what I compare with attack. It's a logic of all this preparation. That's how coaches set him up. Because those 10 players, they have a discipline where they are. You probably saw, they're like, okay, they have this, the boards, they moving. So the goal itself, that's a double leg. That's what it is, to me. It's a logical end of all this preparation. And so the soccer guys, the basketball guys, they study this part. With the coach is sitting where you here, where you defense, where you defense. We don't. We just do it like double leg, single leg. But you don't study how to control. And again, now slowly moving to the 2-on-1. Let's say if you teach your kid and put in his head that you can control 2-on-1 with anybody in the world, 6 minutes. Not 6 minutes, let's say 5 minutes, 10 seconds. See, we come shaking hand, I have one. Now, as he's shooting on, and I control him, who's gonna win the match? So I'm not talking about, oh, he got the shot, you gotta control him. If he's shooting, you gotta down block, this. It's easy if I just get down and control him. So his preparation for 15 years of high crash, gone. That's it. That's why I'm saying the position is teaching position to me and how to fight for this position more important than moves itself. Because moves is easy. Every World Olympic champ, they don't have 100 moves. They have like 1-2 moves. Everybody, if you ask Jordan Burroughs what's his move, everybody knows his move. Right? But the way Jordan moving, it's hard to stop him because the way he's setting up his moves. As soon as people figure out how he's moving and how to stop him, those people beat him. If you watch Russians, like Jordan lost to Sidakov, Sargush. You know, he beat Sargush, Sidakov, and then
Jacked at the Olympics.
and Gidoyev.
Yeah.
Yeah, and pretty much what they did, they took away his motion. He could not move. Like the Shida, same story. They took it away from him, and he could not press it. So again, but Jordan, he's great the way he does. It's sport, right? So the way he set it out double leg, it's genius how he does it, but he has it, not many people can move like him, but he's setting it up. It's not because he's double leg. He can teach his double leg anybody, but not many people gonna do it because the way Jordan set it up, that's why it's a key. Double leg is his final product of how he moved. Okay, so that's...
So it's about controlling the tie-up, that's what you're saying.
No, Jordan actually not controlling.
No, not him, but like you're saying, for most people, you want to focus on
Yeah.
controlling the tie-up.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, the way you develop, right? Yeah, so in my case, yeah, like Pico and Helen and, they control the time.
But they do it differently.
Yeah, but
Pico's-
John Smith did not control the time.
Right.
John Smith, he was moving, so it's some people who you need that they can move. Right, you try to catch John Smith and he would hit you right away. So that's kind of different scenarios, but they didn't master what they had. The way they move. They did not John Smith's ankle pick, but the way he was moving, that's important to set it up. So
would a 2-on-1 be one of the best ways to control the tie? Is it better?
no, I just today.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not necessarily. Okay, let me finish with the game. So,
Touch games.
touch games.
Is that the same as where you do the arm hits to keep the elbows in?
Yeah, it could be any part of your body, but like I said, we can study those games in the next time because it's a big part of touching games, beginning games,
The start game. Yep.
start game, touching game.
Speed games. Oh, that's the same
Yeah.
one. Same one.
So, but those two most important, and then games of position. Let's say who grabbed what. Let's say your job to grab 2-on-1, my job to grab here. So if you have control 2-on-1, I can control here. If I'm here, you can get 2-on-1, right? So it's a games of position. So it's a most of the time it's 3 type of games, and that's already games like your next level games. And doing those games, you actually can study wrestling positions. And again, it's a circle, and two rules. One, achieve what you need, or push out.
Or if they hit the ground. Right? No, right, it doesn't matter.
Nah, doesn't matter. I mean, control. So those three positions where you can study wrestling. And for technique, you can do some games, like a gymnastic games for technique, like for suplex, bridging, for back steps rolls, some also games, but
What's the bridging game?
huh?
What you mean when we start in the bridge?
No, suplex, you know, from your feet, how you land on the back. Yeah, so those games.
What are those games? So we try to throw each other?
No, so like I said, no, just by yourself. So first you gotta learn how to go. You should not worry about going from your feet back, right?
Right.
So that's what you teach your kids. You should not worry about it. So easily going on your back, arch. So those type of games. But that's already, like I said, that's creativity, and we can talk next time. But like the games is huge. So now let's talk about Torah. So I told Jimmy I'm not going to show all those details of each Torah attacks. Again, it's a mechanic of Torah. So what means Torah position? Torah actually means, it's going to be Torah as well. But we say Torah inside. I'm trying to pull you from yourself. It's a Torah inside, Torah outside. I don't want to say anymore for my political reason. It's a Russian tie, right? But because
I've been doing that for years.
it's actually who started doing it is my. He was like my mentor, and he was Armenian, not Russian. Yeah, and he started doing it in Ukraine.
Wait, he's the inventor of it?
He
Well, not
was,
inventor, but like he started
yeah,
making
he
it
was
popular.
like the biggest one. The people would wrestle against him like this. Yeah.
The Armenian tie. Okay.
No, it's
Romanian, not
Oh,
Armenian.
Romanian?
No, Armenian.
Armenian.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard it, okay.
Yeah, but and then Bill Glazo started doing that because we train in the same place in Kiev. But again, it's not. Whatever related to Soviet, people say Russian, but you know, and some people really getting mad because there's a lot of, like Georgian and Armenian, they don't even speak Russian and they hate Russians. but it's not important. It's
Pray
just,
for their conversion.
I'm just saying.
It's important. It's 2-on-1,
It's
Valentin.
2-on-1. That's it. It's 2-on-1.
Say it loud, say it proud. 2-on-1.
Yeah. No, because you know, I meet the Lord might go one world, and they put big article in Israel because her parents Israeli. I also have two double citizenship, Israel and USA. So they put like a Jerusalem Post, big article about her Russian coach Valentin Clinic. It's like during the war, right? And I'm from Kiev. So that's why I'm like trying to be careful. Like it's not Russian tie.
You have a dual citizenship?
Yeah, I don't have Ukrainian. I mean, I'm from Ukraine, but when I left Soviet Union, actually, KGB. I had like one day to leave the country when I applied to go to Israel. It's like I became enemy of Soviet and 24 hours to get out. So I don't have citizenship there.
We keep praying for the Pope to properly consecrate Russia finally. But go ahead.
Yeah, so Torah, right? What does it mean Torah? People don't understand. If you just hold Torah and your goal to hold Torah, actually he has advantage because my arm's busy and he has one arm. So there is no grabbing arm, it's give you nothing. It's a story call if I just grab and think about hold it. Right? Because he has one arm. So it's not control really. tone one. It's just grip calls tone one, grip. But the power of tone one, and again, I was watching most of the, I don't think anybody understands it, being honest. So everybody focusing tone one, I call what is given to me, not really anything. So tone one, the value of tone one is a direction of pressure. It's an angle pressure. If I push him, let's say like this, look at him and push, how are you going to wrestle? Yeah, see? Now, does anybody have an advantage here?
No.
Nobody, we even. Right? So, if I put pressure in angle, now, you see I have a control.
You hold it like that.
Yeah, so this could be different holds. It could be like that, it could be like that, could be like that, could be like that. But tone one, right? I'm just, those details I'll tell later. But angle. So angle, if I push angle, then it's a value. Why? Because he started to react. Right? Now angle, also when I teach angle, again, you ask, when I say angle, people don't understand it. It's easy to beat angle if you not exaggerate the angle. Let's say I'm here, it's angle right now. Now when you wrestle, no angle. Keep it 9. So why I'm saying exaggerate angle? Exaggerate angle, I drag him 180 degrees, this way. As soon as I look at him like this, he got me. So, exaggerate angle means this. I drag him, see this door? So I drag him there. I look at him. I go like this. Now, what happened if he's not reacting? I'm going behind. Right? So I go this way, and if he's not reacting, I'm just here. So he'll have to react. Now when he's reacting, now it's angle. You see? Now he tried to turn his body, and I control him, turn more. See, now it's angle. But again, that's the way I draw. So that's why I call exaggerate angle. As soon as you start teaching, it's got to be angle like this. There is no angle, because you're going to be doing that. Here, you see, you try to beat angle all while getting behind him, right? So now we create sounds like his reaction. You see how his body try to go. So now it's easy for me to massage him. So it's a step to the first move, and it's a lot of moves give him all reaction. So that's a main key on tone one. That's what you gotta understand. It's main. Exaggerate angle. Now, grip. Always I suggest this arm gotta go close to the body, not here. Here. As close as you can. Because here, you see like, boom, no control. See, you and I try to drive it like that. Here, see it's my chest, I control. So high is better. This arm, I usually go my arm sleeping like this, and then switch it here. Like this. This way. So when you're teaching kids, it's a 2 palms up. Right? Because look, here, 2 palms up. Now, this finger, because you can use a little bit more. This finger down here. So it's a little bit more. Versus here. Okay.
Yeah, trapped more.
See? So this detail giving you much more. So instead of like I grab and I go like here. It's not much, but it's not.
But you feel it.
Now I move this arm toward his pocket with this. Here. See, not like this, like this. That's ideal position. Here, here. Now, because I control pressure, you can work this way. He tried to fight. You see, look, it's so easy. When I'm getting it, as soon, so it's important to get this position as soon as we touch him. Like this. You see, we wrestle. Let's say I initiate contact. I'm ready. So his first reaction would be like, see? And this part, it's a big part. Get angle instantly. So again, like I said, I don't show you details of each attack, but it's a main part when you start in the opposition. And this is most important. Attacks is easy. Whew.
When you first teach it, would you do it when the guy's arm is up here, or you're just grabbing it from down here?
I take a breath. So I'm just showing you position. And like I said, I'm not going to show you a bunch of moves. But you will not understand the moves without understanding this position.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to break it down, the moves, kind of like by group of the moves, without details. So, again, how you teach it. What's the question? How you teach it?
Like, would you start up here? Like,
You talk about when you first teach a kid.
when you first teach a kid, would you start? I was trying to show the kids like this, or would you just grab your arm down here?
No, so first, I want them to feel this position.
Okay.
So put them in here first. Okay.
Yeah.
Just from
And
right
like, feel it, like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, I'm here. See, you can teach this.
Yep.
Right? Now, if I'm here, I can do this. Now, what he gonna do? Right? Feel it. So start feeling, if I'm not getting behind, for me, really, when kids start to understand the snap, that's indicate that they start to understand position. Because you will not be able to snap stay like this. Here, when he starts fighting, and or you try to get behind, and he fights and you just go like this. When kids start feeling it, that's a good sign they start to understand this pressure angle. Now, you teach how you get it,
Okay.
right?
But first, you teach them in that position.
Yeah, they wanna,
Yeah.
you introduce the position. Right now, the question how you get into this position. Because I always make John Smith, I think I told you this story. John Smith was in the corner of his son, screaming, I don't remember, many years ago. You know, has son.
Yeah.
At Nationals. 12-1! And so first period, not good score. And back then was the chairs. Remember the chairs? Now it's no chairs. He does not give it on. And, did you ask? Did you ask?
You gotta take it. You gotta take it.
Yeah, so that's the story.
Go get
You
it.
know, you can teach Tom one, but you don't know how to take it.
You gotta get it.
So that's what I was telling. I spend more time how to get and control rather than Tom one attack.
Yep.
because he knew 2-1 attack, but that guy did not give him 2-1. So how you get in 2-1? 2-1 from distance, 2-1 from, let's say, wrestle him in counter attack. This 2-1. 2-1 from distance, from hand fight. 2-1 from underhook, that underhook. I can get 2-1. I'll tell you later how. I'm just I'm just sure. Yeah, but that's how you get into 2-1. Let's go from distance. Again, it's briefly, because on this part, how you get in, again, Helen Yoshida, we've been working 2 years how you initiate contact, how you touch Yoshida. Because remember, we talk about pressure, but you can't put pressure up in the air, you gotta touch something to put pressure. So we've been doing 2 years, I call it initiation contact. Because you start chasing like that, she's gonna shoot. So that's a big part. So initiation contact, let's say 2-on-1, and you start chasing arms, you're gonna get you somewhere. So again, it's a big part of how to get there. Instantly, in the right position, with the right pressure. So first one, wrist, from wrist, distance. 2 arms on 1 wrist, not like this, like this. Now, you see, let's say we have arm and I go like my arms, I'm not grabbing, I'm sliding. Let's say he pulls it out. You see it's wide, this part wide. So I'm not targeting his wrist, I'm just going anywhere there. See my arms like, feel it?
Yeah.
So, he's probably gonna pull his arm out from here. So I'm not trying to do this, because it's gonna be something like that. He pulls me, I'm just like, yeah. So I kind of, you see, I'm here, and he probably gonna pull. I don't know, my body already knows him. Like at the beach, remember I said he pulls my finger, and arm whatever, he pulled me, and I'm just going. Versus like, same here, I'm just, see. Yeah. Now, he tried to avoid it, so I can't catch it, yeah. See? So now, next one, maybe, I kind of like, but at the same time, I give him wrist. And if he grabs, you see, if he grabs, then I have it. It's like my bait, give him a wrist. Right? Because people try to stop me, let's say they know, so I give him my arm, kind of I forgot, I'm just like, and then I have it. You see, towards them, and I have already raised, but then my body starts moving like this. And then it's another, even more technique, get to one with the leg. This one, that's harder to teach. But you see, when I go to one, I'm not going just here. I'm hooking this leg too. Here. That's my position. This one I learned from Georgians. You know Hinchigashvili, Olympic champion. It's a bunch of Georgian guys. That's how they do it. They control this foot. So it's from distance, from baiting to one. And again, it's important not doing like it's all one motion. It's here. Okay. Okay, you see. So let's say break, and my legs start moving. Now, cover time. first, he reaching, and I'm going here. Again, my feet. It's hard for me because I'm trying to not touch, but it's not. It's just like here. Now he's here. Collar tie control. So he probably gonna put pressure and snap me. So my job, not react, go into him. You see he try to put pressure. I go, no, pressure, not, yeah. So that's what's gonna happen.
Ah.
What I do, put my arm here, and go into him, like this. So now it's easier to, you see what happened? And again, see, I kind of like into him. So you studied. We've been studying like, I'm saying, let's say, in a corner. And come here, let's see. It's not a corner, but imagine it's a corner, so I can go left and right, when you stay here. And you just go, yeah, here. I'm moving, this side, I'm moving.
Oh,
back.
you're in that corner.
Yeah, but I cannot go back. It's one of those exercises.
That's good.
And so that teaches them not to give ground when they're pulling it off.
Yeah, forward.
Yeah.
Now, base repel, as you get into one, you put pressure. So I want to show you because most of the guys, they start chasing angle like this. He tried to face me, and I did not. To chase angle, it's a big mistake. And 99% do that. Maybe 100%, till I teach. So angle getting here, that's angle. Right away. If he starts chasing me, circle, instead of doing this, I gotta drive him here. That's what I want. I want him to circle. I have to drive him. As soon as I start circle, I lost pressure. Now we're dancing. No pressure, no control. So
So you walking it into him. When I start dancing, you walking into me.
yeah, so I'm getting to a one with the pressure. I'm not doing this. And again, 99%, boys was here say, guys, that's what they do.
Horseback, right?
That's why there is no snap, because there's circle in it. And again, when you start to understand snap, you build up technique. Because that's a reaction. All technique based on reaction. You want to try it with a partner.
All right, come on. Okay.
Is this one of the first times you'd show a kid?
Huh?
A young kid starting wrestling, is this one of the first types you'd show him?
No.
What's going on?
They're playing games.
Well, like after the game, after you're doing games, when you're going to teach him a tie-up, would you start with the 2-on-1?
No. So I teach kids easy moves. Kids need to have fun. You start teaching kids 2-on-1, it's boring. Kids want to see moves. When kids does something, you're falling down and you're flying, you see your feet. That's what he loves.
Were we talking about first-year wrestlers? We talking about third-year wrestlers?
It's hard for me to break
Yeah.
by those books what first year, what second year, and third year. But you can see when kids ready for something more.
Yeah.
Like, let kids be kids, they figure it out. But then when they're ready, like, sometimes you follow me on Instagram and you see those kids doing crazy stuff. Those kids already know.
The wordies, yeah.
They're advanced.
They are very.
That's why I teach them.
Yeah.
I do not teach kids who have no wrestling experience.
And they got to be able to focus a lot. To learn.
Yeah, so that's why I post on Instagram to advertise myself, like how cool I am.
You got to.
But no, I would not teach kids that. I mean, those kids, the parents come and they teach us how to wrestle. So I teach, but no kids,
Okay.
you see, they already know this stuff. They know all the throws. I teach set it up and how to put together combinations.
So it's after they mastered the games and you can see they want more, then you start showing them.
Yeah. Kids, like I said, kids they gotta understand a little bit during the games, positions, some being wrestling smart people wrestle, right? It's a natural sport. Then teach them technique. But then, when they come to the next level, then you start teaching positions, how to get in positions, how to control positions. It's already next level. Again, I can't use Pico or Helen to tell how I teach kids. When I started coaching Pico was 12, but he was like Tulsa champion, so he knew some wrestling. He did not know any throw, but he understood. Then I started teaching Pico actually throws first. He did not know any throws. Like I was teaching him arm spin, he did not know arm grab. He did not know duck under. He knew shot. He did not know snaps.
But if you started with him, would have you done that before he learned all the other technique? You would have.
I just got back. I said, hey,
Yeah.
we gotta finish our elementary school. You don't know alphabet. Elementary school finished, then we're moving.
Yeah.
So I actually took my time and was teaching him elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I call elementary school. And again, those kids you see in the video, they kind of graduated from elementary school, but I fixed some techniques because some techniques gotta go back to the school and take new classes to fix it. But they know already those positions. So then I teach details how to get control. So this is about tone one. Now, it's a different tone one positions too. So I show you this one. This could be this. And this one you can see.
Yeah, you're doing it differently than, yeah.
This. See, people using kind of flags.
Right, that's, yeah.
Yeah, so some leg stuff. This is some whatever, bring it down. But that's kind of this technique. It's a pretty much one move. It's bring it down, crash him. It's not much technique. This one more functional. This more functional. And then another tone one. This one. See, I control the little elbow. Shoulder.
Vladimir Human, right?
Hmm?
Human?
Yeah. Pakistani did like this.
What can you do from there?
Same.
Same stuff?
Yeah, it's just,
But you still have your angle. You're still doing the same
it's
thing.
It's an angle and a little bit different because I control. You see, I control the elbow here.
No.
So I don't know what's going on. So I control. If I do this one, related that you try to fight back and I snap you. This one, more circle. You see, like the elbow and arm show direction where I want to snap you. So I'm not snapping it here, I'm snapping it here. Like this.
Who'd thunk it?
That's different. Yeah, and then moves obviously different, it's could be something.
For that move, it's better to do this one when you're cutting it.
Yeah. See, because I'm closer to his body, it could be this one.
Oh, backwards.
it's like a 1, 2, 3. Then when you're snapping, it could be this. Could be this. Remember I said I'm not gonna stop much on technique, but if I have time, I show you a couple details. Sure,
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
So now, what I want to tell about technique, all based on pressure, angle pressure. So number one, create pressure, legs gotta be ready. What I mean by legs ready, let's say if I step here, what he gonna do? Yeah. Right, so I can't do that. Maybe if I put leg out, I can do this, but that's it. But I can't just stay here. So position, pressure, and then we'll talk technique. So technique could be same side attack, all the way from up to the heel. Same side attack, when my head outside, like this. See my head outside. Now, going from here all the way down. Leg, ankle, whatever. Same side attack. Now, same side, the right hand, head inside. Head inside could be duck, high crotch, double, bind here. So, again, ankles. But that's outside, inside. Now, based on pressure, you start reaching with this hand and try to turn. You see like his body turning. Now attack on this side. So side near, close side, far side attack. Again, from here to here. Now, like most of the people, they have one side better than the other side, like left or right. For me, again, I don't want to say, I don't like to say as a coach, like me, my favorite, it's your favorite. You're teaching kids, so let them figure out what their favorite. But personally, for me, this side is comfortable to attack on this side. It's not comfortable to attack here, personally for me. But it's comfortable for me, this side on this side.
To go outside.
Yeah. Which telling me that I good to go with both hands. It's gonna be different attacks,
Different side.
but it's different side. So again, to tell you gotta be good in the same on both sides. You can tell a kid and see what happened, but I tried all my life. I'm right. I can do it. And so you gotta be just honest with your kids, you know. If somebody can do it, it's very few. Most of the people is on one side. So again, you find for a kid what is good for one side, what is good for other side, but not pushing out, you gotta do it day and night. It's not gonna happen. So now for this side, again, for me, but it's not for me, it's about, so attacks, head outside, head inside. Two directions of attacks. Now, far side. I'm attacking not same side, I'm attacking this side. Far side for me. Again, head inside, head outside. Same.
Is there a time where you would go head outside versus head inside based on pressure?
It's up to you. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
okay, yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, like, let's say, read the book of attacks on floor 1,
Right.
and you saying paragraph number 1. So it's 4 paragraphs, and you can put whatever you want, right? So inside, let's say he tried to get my hat. Attack. Right? I mean, attacks when I going under this arm on this side. Again, it could be upper body, could be legs, could be ankles, could be whatever, but head here. Could be head outside. Let's say he tried to, go like on the hook. Yeah, something like this. And I'm attacking here. Right. Again, I'm just giving you directions. And so wrestling moves based on your knowledge and your creativity. It's all technique you know you can use based on those 4 paragraphs. Any move you can do. I can throw you examples. Collar tie. For example, look. First also, what he can do. If I control angle, he can grab my wrist. He can grab my elbow. He can do underhook. Collar tie. Push me over. Head, shoulder, whatever. Is anybody else you know?
I teach my kids to grab the top hand
This. Okay.
and try to crowd you.
Yeah. What else?
They do this sometimes. They spin.
No. But what else was this kind?
Oh,
Crowd.
nothing. I don't know.
Try to crowd you.
No, with the hand. What do you do?
Oh.
It's the positions. Could be positions. 1, elbow 2, 3, collar tie 4.
This right here.
That's it. If you know more, then let me know. So that's what you teach kids. You control, and that's what your reaction would be. Get the angle, and your arm would go somewhere. So what's your setups for attacks? For example, you probably already know he grabs my elbow. When he grabs my elbow, I have his arm. So I can throw. Right? He doing collar tie, arms. He doing collar tie, maybe this. See, so I'm attacking different side. So that's what I'm saying. Right? He's whatever, he grab elbow. Yeah, so there's
What if the guy's grabbing the top hand like that? I think the guy's coming here.
so this one, I want those ones. I don't like it. I've been questioning this part. If remember I said my advantage, I have one arm. But my arm here, and he's moving. If he's really good wrestler, educated, so I have this arm. Now he's moving with his feet. So when I'm worried about legs, he's beating me up. I mean, I know people, if you're successful, just peel it off right away. That's okay, but when he got you and started moving you like with an angle and you start doing this, it's not helpful. It's my opinion.
Yeah. Hey, it's
The-
tough.
the
to-
downside
it's
is
a tough
most
position.
Americans-
How would you stop somebody? Like I remember Zane Rutherford tried to do that to Aaron, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But how would you tell somebody to?
Don't give tone.
Okay.
No. So where is the power of tone one? Power of tone one.
Control.
Where? Tell me. No, I said before, not control.
Hips.
Control what?
Angle.
Angle. Right? So if he's going tone one, somewhere it's an angle, right? Now he control me. Now when he's doing tone one, let's say I miss this part, he's starting getting tone one. You have angle?
No, you had the angle.
So that's not super fight, it's just control. Do not let him control the angle, then his hands now busy. You see, like he's getting to one, and then if I would go
You're trying
like
to
this,
crowd the position.
start like this, up, and go
Down here.
right here. See how you're attacking.
How come sometimes guys get the spin? They hip in and they hit the spin. We're not holding it tight enough?
Yeah, I feel kind of, I feel it, so I leave you on like this.
Yeah.
So you feel you have it, and I just.
Get it? And then the other one sometimes guys will do, they'll tap here, then they'll throw it back like that. The guy did that to me like 3 times.
Because you push it this.
That was too much pressure.
Yeah, it's easy. If I see you push it really hard like that,
Top of it, yeah.
look what I do. I give, now I see what you want, and I go like this. Go. And then like this.
See.
Right? I bait you. And now if you want to go like back, move your leg back.
Yep, that's what happened to me.
I know.
3 times. 3 times.
But now, again, why? Because I kind of check you out. You have a bad footwork. And that's why I treat you. I kind of bait you and treat you. Simple. Right? But again, it's now we slip into the technique side, and again, it's a lot. I mean, I can tell you hours and hours, but I think it's like a different clinic. For this one, we can bring kids or whatever. But I just giving you ideas where the moves coming, and every move has details, but that's already details, fanatic wrestling videos. It's my job here to teach you here to understand mechanic. So again, tone 1, how to get tone 1. From wrist, I did not show from under. Under the, let's say you don't give me anything. So now I open my arm. Like this. I break him for under it. As soon as he's getting under it, but that's already advanced technique. As soon as he's getting under it,
Oh, you're about to slap it. I think I know what's coming up here. Something like that, yeah.
yeah, I did it every time. You see here. But that's, yeah, it's advanced.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but that's it for today, right?
That's a good amount. It's a good amount of stuff. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Really good. Yeah, the different